Our guests of the evening are the Laggan. Very popular here in St Andrews. Glad to see them back again. Would you put your hands together? Welcome, please, the Laggan.
Well, good evening. I'm glad everybody made it, because we very near didn't. The van broke down about 10 mile from here. This is your favourite excuse. It seems to happen every time we come to St Andrews. So if there's any mechanics that like working for nothing, you might notice there's only 4 of us, because actually we're a 4-man group now. We're economising. This van's costing a fortune. We're going to start with a traditional song, and if you feel it joining in the choruses, I know if you're like me, you'll not feel it singing at the second half, and if the bar service is slow, you might not feel it singing at all. It's a song called The Band of Shearers. Right, Tony?
Oh, yes. Oh, we're swapping the bar a minute.
Summer days and heather bells are sounding o'er yon Highland hills. There's yellow corn in yonder fields. Autumn brings the shearing. Bonny lassie, will ye gang and share with me the hill day lang, and love will cheer us as we gang to join yon band of shearers. And if the weather it be hot, I'll cast my waistcoats and my coat. I'll share with you among the lot when we join yon band of shearers. Bonny lassie, will ye gang and share with me the hill day lang, and love will cheer us as we gang to join yon band of shearers. And if the thistle it be strang, and if it janks your milk white hand, it's way my hook, I'll cut it down when we join yon band of shearers. Bonny lassie, will ye gang and share with me the hill day lang, and love will cheer us as we gang to join yon band of shearers. And if the weather it be dry, they'll say there's love between you and I. We'll slyly pass each other by when we join yon band of shearers. Bonny lassie, will ye gang and share with me the hill day lang, and love will cheer us as we gang to join yon band of shearers. And when the shearing is all done, we'll hae some rantin', roving fun. We'll hae some rantin', roving fun, and forget the toils of shearing. Bonny lassie, will ye gang and share with me the hill day lang, and love will cheer us as we gang to join yon band of shearers. Thanks very much. That was a song from Aberdeenshire. The next song we're going to sing is from the borders of Scotland. I'm quite sure there's a few people in here that'll know the chorus. It's called the Galloway Hills. The only reason we're singing this song is we forgot what the other one was we were going to do.
Hopefully warm in it.
Oh, I'll take a lady, contented to be a wee bitty kilted up in my knee. I had gave my pipes another blow, I'd gang it to the hills to Galloway. For the Galloway hills are covered with broom, with heather bells and bonny bloom, with heather bells and rivers all will gang to the hills to Galloway. And it's say, bonny lassie, would you come with me to share your luck in a strange country? To share your luck when done falls off and gang to the hills to Galloway. For the Galloway hills are covered with broom, with heather bells and bonny bloom, with heather bells and rivers on will gang to the hills to Galloway. I'd sell my rook, I'd sell my reel, I'd sell my granny's span and wheel. Man, I'd sell them all when done falls on, I'll gang to the hills to Galloway. For the Galloway hills are covered with broom, with heather bells and bonny bloom, with heather bells and rivers on will gang to the hills to Galloway. Thanks very much. Well, the lads are going to play an instrumental now. It's a Northumbrian pipe tune called Nancy. If there's any Northumbrian pipers in here, will you please leave the room and give the boys a chance?
Okay.
Thanks a lot. But we're taking the opportunity to sing the kind of quiet songs and unaccompanied songs in the first half. This is a song I've sang the last 3 or 4 times I've been up here. And I'm awful glad somebody asked me to sing it tonight. Actually, it was John McDermott asked me to sing it. It's a song called The Old Man Song. And it's about the life history of a working man from the turn of the century up to the present day. 'Twas at the turning of the century, I was a lad of 5. My father went to fight the Boers, he never came back alive. My ma was left to bring us up, no charity she'd seek. She rubbed and scrubbed, she washed the floors, and 7 and 6 a week. I left the school at 12 years, I went to find a job. We growing kids, my ma was glad of the extra couple of bob. I know that longer schooling would have stood me in great stands. You can't afford refinement when you're struggling for your bread. And when the Great War came along, I didn't hesitate. I took the royal shilling and went off to do me bit. I fought in mud and tears and blood 3 years or thereabouts. I caught some gas in Flanders and got invalided out. Then 26 a general strike found me out on the streets. Though I'd a wife and kids by then, their needs I had to meet. Now a brand new world was coming with a brotherhood of man. When the struggle it was over, we were back where we began. I wandered through the 30s out of work now and again. I saw the black shirts marching, the things they did in Spain. I brought me kids up decent, sure I taught them wrong from right. But Hitler was the man who came and taught them how to fight. Me daughter was a land girl, she got married to a Yank. Me eldest son received a gong for stopping Rommel's tanks. He caught some shrapnel in the side, he convalesced in Rome. Get married to a night I nursed, didn't bother take come home. Me daughter writes me once a month a cheery little note about the colour telly and those other things she's got. She's got a boy, a likely lad, he's nearly 21. She tells me that he's been called up to fight in Vietnam. I'm living on a pension now, it doesn't go too far, for a life that always seems to be like one long bloody war. When I think of how it might have been, it makes you want to cry. Well, I don't know how to change things, but by Christ we've got to try. This is another song about working class history. We got it for a television programme about the International Brigade, a group of young lads that went to fight in Spain just before the Second World War. What a lot of people reckoned that if, the Allies had realised what was happening in Spain and had helped out the lads in the International Brigade, you wouldn't have had a Second World War. This is a song, you probably recognise the tune of it, but the words are different. It's called Tarama Valley. There's a valley in Spain called Tarama. It's a place that we all know so well. It was there where we gave up our manhood, where so many of our brave comrades fell. Now we're proud of the British battalion, and a stand for Madrid let it means, where we fought like the sons of the soil, as part of the 15th Brigade. Now along with the international column, in the fight for the freedom of Spain, where we swore in the valley of Parama that these fascists would never remain. Now we're leaving this valley of sorrow. It's that memory we ne'er will forget. But before we continue our reunion, let us stand to our glorious dead. There's a valley in Spain called Tarama. It's a place that we all know so well. It was there where we gave up our manhood, where so many of our brave comrades fell.
I'd like to tell you a story now. This is once upon a time. it's going to be one of these stories, you know. Once upon a time there was a fella, and he spoke like that, you see, and he had to address this big meeting one night. And it's awfully, you know, it's quite hard for me, you know. And he had to address this big meeting, and so he said to his wife, he says, "Look," he says, "how am I going to address the meeting talking like this?" And she says, "Can you not go to the doctor and see if he can help you?" So anyway, he went down to the doctor, and he said to the doctor, he says, "Look," he says, "I'm going to address this big meeting tonight, and I'll be awfully embarrassed getting up." He says, Can you not do anything about my voice? Can you not cure me?" So the doctor says, "Well, take down your trousers and let me have a wee look at you." So he took down his trousers and he says, "Well, I'll have to cut off about 2 feet," he says, you know. And so Locke says, "What?" He says, "You must be joking." He says, "Well, if you want to get your voice cured, I'll have to loop off 2 feet." I went to lures for my voice, but you know. So he gets the operation done, and he comes back to his wife and he says, "Well, look," he says, "look, I'm cured now, and I can speak no bad." You know, you can speak no, a wee bit after effect, you know. He says, "I can speak no bad now." So she says, "Do you fancy a wee celebration?" And we'll nick up and into bed, and we'll have a wee kind of get together. So they're lying up there in bed, and she says, "Look, John," she says, "I think there's something missing somewhere." And he says to her, he says, well, to get this operation, this cure, I had to get this operation done on myself. And she says, "Look," she says, "I prefer you the way that you used to be. Is there any chance of you running down to the doctor while her nerves are still tingling, no, and try and get it stitched back on again, you know. So he gallivants down to the doctor, and he says, look, doctor, he says, I've made a mistake, no, is there any chance of stitching it back on again? And the doctor says, you're too late. Oh, I'm awfully sorry about that. We're going to finish. I think we're going to finish up. We'll have to finish after this half.
That finished a lot.
Oh, I needed that.
Going to finish a song that was written for the group. It's a song about Glasgow. And as you know, Glasgow used to be very famous for the shipyards. A lot of people seem to think that Glasgow's a very dirty city. This isn't quite true, because what we do is we load all our sewage onto 2 big boats and we sail them down the Firth or Forth and dump it all. And it all floats onto the beaches of Largs and Erne, places like that. And this is a song that was written for the group by a friend of ours called John Murphy. We're going to finish this halfway. It's called the SS Shield Tall. I'll let you guess what SS stands for. I'm the captain of a sewage ship that sails upon the Clyde. To all the wind me cargo I'm content. We've a valuable load aboard which we're taking out to sea. 100 tons of human excrement. We're the crew of the SS Shield Hall. Though your chain and will answer your call. That terrible aroma will put you in a coma. We're the crew of the SS Shield Hall. When we come sailing by, we stink right to the sky. The crew get nasal clothes pegs all for free. When you see us, you will learn there's no seagulls at our stern. It's only flies that follow us to sea. We're the crew of the SS Shield Hall. Pull your chain and we'll answer your call. A terrible aroma will put you in a coma. We're the crew of the SS Shield Hall. When the cargo is unloaded, we dump it o'er the side in a heap that's growing higher and higher. We're building us an island out in the Firth of Clyde. We'll live there when we all retire. We're the crew of the SS Shield Hall. Some shape! Fill your chain and we'll answer your call. A terrible aroma will put you in a coma. We're the crew of the SS Shield Hall. Thanks very much. This is a song from the north of England called Keep Your Feet Still, Geordie Hinny. And the story behind it is it's a couple of lads that are in a boarding house, and one of them's having these awfully nice dreams, but his mate keeps kicking him and waking him up. It's no what, it's pardon.
And the worst thing is when you're sleeping with a stranger. No, and digs. See when you're waking up with an awfully warm bag. A wet bag, you know. Oh, many's a time, many's a time. I says, I didn't manage to pee my back. I said, like, you know.
Can we start now?
Certainly, right. I'm the dirty one in the group, by the way.
Geordie and Bob Johnson was both lying in one bed in a little lodging house down by the shore. Well, they hadn't been an hour asleep when a kick frae Geordie's foot, with Bob waking up and roaring instead of snore. Keep your feet still, Geordie Hinny, let's be happy through the night, for we may not be so happy through the day. But ye gears that bit comfort, keep your feet still, Geordie lad, and don't drive me bonny dreams away. Well, I dreamt there was a dance in hell, Mary Clark was there, and her and I tripletely round the flare. As I held her heaving breast to mine, a waltzing round the room, that's more than I heard ever day afore. Keep your feet still, Geordie Hinny, let's be happy through the night, for we may not be so happy through the day. When ye gears that bit comfort, keep your feet still, Geordie lad, and don't drive me bonny dreams away. Do you ken the lad she gangs with, they calls him Jimmy Green, I dreamt he tried to spoil us our fun. I dreamt and held him heavy, I blacked the big fuzzy. If I'd a slept, God knows what I'd have done. Keep your feet still, Geordie Hinny, let's be happy through the night, for we may not be so happy through the day. With ye gears that bit comfort, keep your feet still, Geordie lad, and don't drive me bonny dreams away. Jim Green had left the town and gied his love to me. Her house it was all furnished all the best. I dreamt I just had left the church with Mary by me side, when your clumsy feet completely spoiled the rest. Keep your feet still, Geordie Hinny, let's be happy through the night, for we may not be so happy through the day. When ye gears that bit comfort, keep your feet still, Geordie lad, and don't drive me bonny dreams away. One more time. Keep your feet still, Geordie Hinny, let's be happy through the night, for we may not be so happy through the day. When ye gears that bit comfort, keep your feet still, Geordie lad, and don't drive me bonny dreams away. Well, actually the next two songs we were going to miss out, but somebody asked us to sing them. The reason we did the first one is because Tony can get right into another song after it, which we'll not introduce. We'll not let him introduce it either, because we stop at 11. It takes him an awful long while.
In Scotland oil. Oh, yeah, man. I'm telling you about Scotland oil. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You need oil to drive the corporation bus. Oh, yeah. I'm only a bird in a gilded cage. We like this song. That's how we're tuning up. I'd like to dedicate this song. I'd like to dedicate this song to someone very dear to me. The bartender, God, he shot the bar and I want to get a drink out of them.
Them playboys and playgirls ain't gonna rule my world, ain't gonna rule my world, ain't gonna rule my world. Them playboys and playgirls ain't gonna rule my world, not now and no other time. Louder than that, come on! Them playboys and playgirls ain't gonna rule my world, ain't gonna rule my world, ain't gonna rule my world. Them playboys and playgirls ain't gonna rule my world, not now and no other time. Well, after in the lynch mob ain't gonna change my mind, ain't gonna change my mind, ain't gonna change my mind. Well, after in the lynch mob ain't gonna change my mind, not now and no other. Come on, you're not even trying. Them playboys and playgirls ain't gonna rule my world, ain't gonna rule my world, ain't gonna rule my world. Them playboys and playgirls ain't gonna rule my world, not now and no other time.
Them wooden fiery crosses ain't gonna let me away, ain't gonna let me away, ain't gonna let me away. Them wooden fiery crosses ain't gonna let me away, not now or no other time.
Let's hear you raise the roof. Them playboys and playgirls ain't gonna rule my world, ain't gonna rule my world, ain't gonna rule my world. Them playboys and playgirls ain't gonna rule my world, not now and no other time. Their rotten school systems ain't gonna get my child, ain't gonna get my child, ain't gonna get my child. Their rotten school systems ain't gonna get my child, not now and no other time. Last time, let them know it. Them playboys and playgirls ain't gonna rule my world, ain't gonna rule my world, ain't gonna rule my world. Them playboys and playgirls ain't gonna rule my world, not now and no other time.
I went across to Switzerland, where all the yodelers be, to try to learn to yodel with my yodel lady. I climbed the big mountain on a clear and sunny day, and there I met a yodeling girl on a little Swiss chalet. She taught me to yodel, yodel lady, yodel lady, yodel lady. She taught me to yodel, yodel lady, yodel, yodel lady. Oh, the yodel lady, oh, yodel lady, oh, 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 yodel lady, oh, yodel lady, oh, oh, yodel lady, oh, yodel lady, oh, yodel lady, oh, yodel lady, oh, dee. Hello, oodle-lady-ho, oodle-lady-ho, ho-ho, oodle-lady-ho-dee. Ah-lady-ho, lady-ho, lady-ho, lady-ho-dee. And now I'm gonna teach you how to yodel just like me. It's easy when you're singing, yodel, yodel, lady. If first you take a deep breath, it's KO 1, 2, 3, and you'll hear the yodel. Baby, listen close to me. Hey, this is how to yodel, yodel, lady, yodel, lady, yodel, lady. This is how to yodel, yodel, lady, hey, yodel, lady, yodel, lady. Oh, hello, you lady, ho, you lady, ho, 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 you lady, ho, you lady, ho, ho, you lady, ho, you lady, ho, ho, you lady, ho, lady, ho, dee. Hello, you lady, ho, you lady, ho, 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 you lady, ho, dee. Oh, lady, ho, lady, ho, lady, ho, lady, ho, dee. Oh, lady, ho, 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 lady, yeah. Hello, you lady, ho, you lady, ho, 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 you lady, ho, dee. Ah, lady, ho, lady, ho, lady, ho, lady, Thanks very much. You see, I went in for this hernia operation. And I think the surgeon's knife must have slipped, you know. Yes, did you get the operation? Well, as it falls upon my lot to tell you a poem now. Oh yeah. Oh, I feel like I've been. This is well, see, I've got a choice. I'm going to do something new that I've never done before in my life. That's the. I love a lassie. I'm awfully glad I've got on my daddy's underpants tonight. Sweat's blinding me. Well, as I started off, before I was interrupted, you know. Oh. This is a poem now, and it's all about you know. As a ventriloquist. Matter of fact, is there a taxidermist in here? Oh. This is a poem. A country dog once came to town, and his Christian name was Pete. His pedigree was 10 yards long, and his looks was hard to beat. And as he trotted down the road, it was wonderful to see his work on every corner and his mark on every tree. He He never missed a gateway, and he never missed a post, for piddling was his masterpiece, and piddling was his boast. The city dog stood looking on, in deep and jealous rage, to see this little country dog, the piddler of the age. So they sniffed him over one by one, and they sniffed him two by two, and all the while the country dog stood still till they were through. And as they sniffed him over, their praise for him ran high, and when one sniffed him underneath, he pissed right in his eye. Then just to show these city dogs, he didn't give a damn. Pete sold them to the grocery shop and he piddled on the ham. He piddled on the onions and he piddled on the floor. And when the packy kicked him out, he piddled on the door. and all the while the city dogs debated what to do. Should have hold a piddling contest and show 'em who was who. So they showed Pete all the piddling posts they knew about the town, and then set out with many a wink to set the stranger down. But Pete was with them every trick, with vigour and with vim. 1,000 piddles, more or less, were all the same to him. And on went noble Pete, with his hind leg kicking high, when most were lifting legs and bluff or piddling mighty dry. And on went noble Pete, and he watered every sandhill, till all the city champions were pushed into a standstill. Then Pete an exhibition gave on fancy ways to piddle, like double drips and fancy flips and now and then a dribble. And all the while the country dog did neither wink or grin, but he quietly piddled out of town as he had piddled in. The city dog said, "So long, Pete, your piddling did defeat us." But no one ever put them wise that Pete had diabetes. Thank you.
This is another change of style of song. It's actually a country song from America called All the Good Times. It was written by a member of the Carter family who are very well known in America. We get the words off of a friend of ours called Dave Brady. Sings with a group called Swan Arcade. What we'd like to do here, we're going to start with the chorus. Sing it twice so you can all join in with us. Tell your girlfriend to keep quiet. All the good times are past and gone. All the good times are. All the good times are past and gone. Darling, don't weep no more. Let's hear you raise the roof. Everybody, come on. All the good times are past and gone. All the good times are. All the good times are past and gone. Darling, don't weep no more. Now can't you see that turtle dove flying from pine to pine? He's a mourning for his lost true love, just like I mourn for mine. All the good times, all the good times are past and gone. All the good times are. All the good times are past and gone. times o'er. All the good times are past and gone. Darling, don't weep no more. Come on, Billy. Your last chance, really belt it out now. All the good times are past and gone. All the good times are. All the good times are past and gone. Darling, don't weep no. Well, I'm afraid we need to finish now. What we'd like to do here, I know we sing this song every time we come to this club because there's quite a few people in the audience that know the chorus. And I know we could finish with a rouser with bags of instruments, but this is a Scottish traditional song. It's one of my favourites. It's a song called I'll Lay You Down, Love. And the idea is that I start with the verses and the lads will come in the chorus, and if you can get a harmony or just sing along with us, please do so. I'll lay you down, love. As I walked out on a summer's evening to view the waters and the pleasant sand, and as I walked in, I could hear them talking, saying, Balderraliss, an honest man. Oh, I'll lay ye down, love, I'll treat ye decent. Oh, I'll lay ye down, and I'll fill your can. Oh, I'll lay ye down, love, I'll treat ye decent, for Balderraliss, an honest man. Now I've travelled far, fae and Inverary, and it's as far as old Glasgow town. Now I mun go, love, and travel farther. When I return, love, I'll lay ye down. Oh, I'll lay ye down, love, I'll treat I'll treat ye decent, for both their honest and honest man. No, I've nae good that I can offer, nae bond, nae ring, for your tiny hand. But my heart beats true love, and when I return, I'll prove to you an honest man. Oh, I'll lay ye down, love, I'll treat ye decent. Oh, I'll lay ye down, and I'll fill your can. Oh, I'll lay ye down, love, I'll treat ye decent, for both their honest and honest man. Thanks very much.
Well, there you have the Laggan. Arthur Johnson, Billy and Tony Patton, and John McDermottitis. If you'd like to put your hands together again, will you listen again once more? The Laggan.
Avanti a popolo, alla Scotia, Bagnara Rosa, Bagnara Rosa. Avanti a popolo, alla Scotia, Bagnara Rosa, la trionfaia. Hey! Bagnara Rosa, la trionfaia. Bagnara Rosa, la trionfaia. Bagnara Rosa, la trionfaia. Viva la socialista bella libertà. The people's on the mat, the shroud the treading. It leads to freedom, it leads to freedom. The people's on the mat, the shroud the treading. It leads to freedom and liberty. Bandiera rosa, bandiera rosa, la trionfaia. Bandiera rosa, la trionfaia. Bandiera rosa, la trionfaia. Viva la socialista bella libertà. From farm and factory, from school and college, with force of suffering and source of knowledge, our leaders leading, the banner waving, victory proceeding towards liberty. The scarlet banner triumphantly. Oh, red scarlet banner triumphantly. Oh, red scarlet banner triumphantly. The evil socialist of Berlin. Everybody, come on. Let's hear you. Louder. Amante pueblo, ser fidelista, es una honra. Amante pueblo, ser fidelista, es una honra, la triunfa ya. Bandera rosa, la triunfa ya. Bandera rosa, la triunfa ya. Bandera rosa, la triunfa ya. Viva la socialista per la libertà. It's a long way to Tipperary. It's a long way to go. You know, sing it. It's a long way to Tipperary, to the sweetest girl I know. Goodbye, Piccadilly. Farewell, Leicester Square. It's a long, long way to Tipperary, but my heart lies. Pack up your troubles. You can pack up your troubles and you're all get back and smile, smile, smile. While you've all listened to light your back, smile, boys, that's a start. What's the use of worrying? It never was worthwhile. So pack up your troubles and you're all get back and smile, smile, smile. And it's goodbye, Dolly, I must leave you, though it breaks my heart to go. Something tells me I am leaving to the front to fight the foe. Hark the bugles, they are calling. I can no longer stay. See, the soldier boys are marching. Goodbye, Dolly. Last time. It's a long way to Tipperary. It's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary, to the sweetest girl I know. Goodbye, Piccadilly. Farewell, Leicester Square. It's a long, long way to Tipperary, but my heart lies there.
Thanks so much. Good night. Well, there you have it, the Laggan. On your way out, would you please keep it quiet?